What the hell? No, Fenton, stop it. You're not here to investigate. You just need to rescue your daughter. That passage over there looks promising. Looks like the passageway leads to another area. Maybe that's where Gwen is. Great. How am I supposed to get past these guys?
Всем агентам сектора Б. Вы находитесь в главной лаборатории. Покиньте свои позиции и поднимайтесь на верхний уровень.
Now or never. Suits and gas masks. No sign of Gwen. Just a storeroom full of crates and shelves. Gwen! Gwen, say something. What have they done to you? Her pulse is racing and her breathing's weak. I've got to get her out of here. If I want to move Gwen, I'll have to unfasten her first. Locked. Cigarette packet and a small key. Stacks of files about mysterious illnesses and dubious deaths. A small brass key. A scalpel. As sharp as a razor, or sharper. Gwen, can you hear me? We're leaving right now. Anna?
Good throw! I tried sneaking in here following your footsteps, but they spotted me. What's happened to Gwen?
She's completely out of it. Alive, but unresponsive.
I think she's been drugged. Probably a truth serum. I just hope the dose wasn't too high.
We have to get her to a hospital.
Are you crazy? That notifies the authorities right away. No, we'll have to find something to snap her out of it here. Right then, you or me?
Give it to me.
Okay. It should start working in a minute. Come on, let's get moving. When they notice she's gone, they'll lock down the whole place.
She's still running a high fever. Hey, how are you feeling?
Dad! What? I thought...
Shh, lie back.
Anna?
I fetched your father. I couldn't have rescued you on my own.
Here, drink this.
Do you know what these people wanted from you?
Give the girl a minute before you interrogate her.
It's okay, Dad. They kept asking me about the Viking casket. They wanted me to describe everything exactly. The decorations, the rooms. But I couldn't do it very well. And then they started with the injections.
Why would the KGB be interested in a Viking artifact?
Maybe this will help. I found it in the doctor's pocket.
Found it? She's a chip off the old block.
Okay, sweetheart. Try to sleep.
I knew it. Wotan.
Whoa, what?
It was a secret Nazi program, and now the KGB have picked up where they left off. If they're right, the casket will give them the power of the gods.
How the hell do you know all this?
My father was Oskar Brunner. Before the war, he was a physicist at the Nobel Institute in Stockholm. While he was there, he discovered the casket and took it home to Germany. Then, during the war, he was put to work researching weapons for the Nazis. And he discovered a secret that he realized should stay that way forever.
A way to unleash the power of the gods?
Exactly. He noticed an unknown substance on the surface of the casket and swore not to let it fall into the hands of the Nazis. And he paid for that decision with his life.
No wonder this mission means so much to you. And you've done your father proud. The casket has been destroyed and you've helped to rescue my daughter. Time to go home.
Have you ever heard of the casket of the Nine Worlds?
No?
Apparently, Thor brought it with him when he came to Midgard, the land of the mortals.
You're aware that these Norse legends are just stories, right?
I was raised on stories. My mother left when I was young and my father was always working. That gave me plenty of time to read.
According to the legend, the casket was decorated with a map leading to Asgard, the home of the Norse gods. I'm convinced that the casket we were chasing was the casket of the Nine Worlds.
Well, it's been destroyed now. Nobody's going to Asgard. End of story.
Perhaps, but there's still one loose end. One of your countrymen, Professor Edward Langtree, a cryptologist at Sandhurst Military Academy. He asked my father for some photographs of the casket. He wanted to decipher the runes. Whether he succeeded or not, those photographs are the last record of the casket in existence.
So you want to go to Sandhurst? I'm telling you now, they won't let you in.
Not me. You.
No. I've got my daughter back and that's all I came for. I've been able for so long, the army probably think I've deserted.
But think what they'll say if you can give them this kind of power. They'll let you retire, in comfort, and you'll finally be able to make up for all that lost time with Gwen.
Power like that could put an end to all wars. I won't need to retire. I'll be redundant. Okay, count me in.
One moment, young lady.
Are you even going to bother saying goodbye?
Look, Gwen,
No, you look. I'm not letting you leave me behind again. You always say it's too dangerous for me, but in the past week I've been kidnapped, drugged, and tortured by the KGB. And I'm fine. Do you think I can't handle a bit of danger? Besides, if I come with you, you can keep a closer eye on me.
The girl has a point. And you never know. She could be useful. She seems to have a way of finding things.
Okay. Looks like I'm outvoted. Next stop, Asgard.
There's been a breach. I'm going to find the person responsible and hold them to account!
But I would never defy a direct order.
Please, I can vouch for my assistant.
In that case, the traitor must be you, Doctor. Congratulations on your promotion, comrade. You're now in charge of this laboratory with immediate effect. Oh, I have something for you too. So that you never forget who you're working for.
And I hope you remember who you're working for too. Unless you complete Wotan in the next 10 days, this operation is history. And so are you. The Politburo wants results, or a scapegoat, and that will not be me. Very few women survive the Siberian winter. Have I made myself clear?
This is all very nice. I can see why Professor Langtree decided to leave rainy old England.
He's not here for the climate. He covered his tracks pretty thoroughly. My contacts only just managed to trace him to this island.
So you think he came here to hide?
This is as far as his trail goes. After this, he vanishes.
So how are you planning to find him?
Well, we could start by just asking around.
First, I should have a word with the local authorities and see if my army ID buys me any information. If not, I'll need you.
Oh, really? What for?
Sometimes womanly virtues can be more persuasive.
Womanly virtues.
He means your legs.
So, you think my legs can change a man's mind?
More than mine could anyway.
Sorry to interrupt this charming banter, but I'm dying of thirst here. Mind if I grab a drink while you two investigate?
I think we can manage without you for a while. Here's some money. Go and get yourself a lemonade at the pub and wait for us there.
Okay.
And Gwen,
Yes?
don't go getting kidnapped.
You on your own, love?
Kind of. My dad's gone into town to look for someone, and I thought I'd wait here instead.
All right. Who's he looking for?
Someone called Professor Langtree. Don't suppose you know him, do you?
Doesn't ring any bells. Mind you, I've not lived here all that long. I inherited this place from my uncle. St. John is one of those towns where everyone knows everybody else's business. Ask around and I'm sure you'll find your professor.
Thanks. I might just do that.
Mind how you go.
Photos of the pub's most famous visitors, though I don't recognise most of them. Less of a who's who and more of a who's that. Hello again.
How's the search going? Found your professor yet?
That's a pretty impressive autograph collection you have there.
It's my uncle's, God rest him. He'd take a photo of every famous punter who ever came in here. He made me promise on his deathbed that I'd protect the autographs like they were the crown jewels.
I don't suppose you've had any thoughts about where I could find this Professor Langtree?
Afraid not. I'm still fairly new round here myself. So try asking the locals round the harbour. They might be able to help.
I'll get back to my manhunt then.
Best of luck.
So, who should I ask first about Professor Langtree? I hope Dad and Anna come back soon. Sadly, there's no time for paddling. Excuse me.
Ahoy there!
I'm looking for Professor Langtree. He's supposed to live somewhere around here.
A professor, eh? Don't know much about that. There's a doctor up at the surgery, Doc Higgins. Will he do?
That's not really who I'm after, but thanks anyway.
Hang on a minute. Langtree, you say?
Yes?
Ah, then I know the fella. The one who looks like that actor.
I don't really know what he looks like.
You know the one. He was in the paper. This Langtree fella. When they were doing the filming of that picture. Someone wrote to the paper, joking that this Langtree was a dead ringer for the leading man.
Is that right? So the professor looks like the lead actor from the film.
Aye. At least that's what they said in the paper.
You don't happen to have a copy, do you?
Of the paper? Nah. Months ago, that was.
Oh, never mind. Do you remember the name of the film they were shooting here? Or the name of the main actor?
Don't have much of a memory for those things, my lover.
Okay, Captain. Bye for now.
Aye, aye.
He must be a very versatile artist. Landscapes, portraits, he can do the lot. Hi. Can I ask you a quick question?
I think I can take a break for a moment. How can I help?
Do you know a Professor Langtree?
Langtree? Never heard of him. Does he live around here?
I think so.
He must have crossed my path at some point, because I've painted just about every person and place on the island. But I'm more of an observer than a talker. I recognize so many faces, but I hardly know any of their names.
So you might recognize the professor if you saw him.
Quite possibly. If you had a photograph, I might be able to tell you where I've seen him.
Did you see the film crew when they were shooting here a while ago?
Film crew? No. Were they making a movie?
Do you draw portraits as well?
Absolutely. A quick sketch can be a wonderful warm-up.
I'd love one of me.
Well, I'd be delighted to oblige. If you have 10 bob and can spare 20 minutes.
Of course.
I hope you like it.
It's great. Thank you. It's a really good likeness. See you later.
Bye.